The risk actually lies not going far enough.
So Super Bowl just happened not too long ago, and every year when the Super Bowl comes out, everybody starts critiquing, all the Super Bowl ads. And this year, I know there's a lot of people saying there's some disappointment. There's been some decent ads. I don't think they're great for campaigns and all that kind of stuff, but there was some fun ads. And there's one in particular that I liked that I didn't even tell Steve until right before we got on. And I said, like, am I crazy because I like this ad? And so it's the William Shatner Raisin Bran ad. And they've been selling good for your guts forever. It's not like this isn't a new thing for them. They are the we're going to save your bowels company. We know that. But what they've never done is really leaned into what that means. And then they renamed Will Shatner into Will Shat. And then they did this.
Will Shat here, bringing fiber to the masses with Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Duty calls.
Will Shat?
Every darn day.
Whoa.
Bye. Will Shat in the house.
Wait, Will Shat where?
Never mind, it's fiber time. Is that dog a Shih Tzu? Perfect.
Will Shat on the car!
You're too low for this shit. Kellogg's Raisin Bran. High fiber, happy gut.
Like, what an exit off of the car. I'm too old for this shat, which again is just a line from movies. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just juvenile and it's poop jokes and I think it's funny, but let me know your thoughts, Steve.
Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of reasons why I really like it, because if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't get it right away. Like the Will Shat thing, you wouldn't get right away, right? And it's very clever. It's very fun. Also, it's William Shatner. And Shatner, anybody who wants to see a great William Shatner thing, watch the I Am Canadian Molson ad on YouTube and then go to the Will Shatner, the Shatner version of it. And you realize how much of a sense of humor this guy has. Like, he has an amazing sense of humor. And look, Denny Crane, so it fits him. It's subtle. It's not in your face. I think and you could totally do a campaign on it.
I agree. I think it would be a big mistake if they didn't do a campaign on it. The thing that got me was,
well, William Shat on my front lawn.
William Shat, yeah, it's like, well, he beams in. So they played on the Star Trek with people playing on Star Trek. He beams into the house and he goes, Will Shat in the house, and which is Will Shat in that, and then Will Shat on a car, and like the fact that they're turning his name into a sentence is brilliant. Going down that road, is that a Shih Tzu? And the Shih Tzu's name caller said Will Shih Tzu.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it was really well done. They used they were coy in the use, and then they were overhanded with the use. And I think because comedy can do both those really well, it was awesome the way it was used. Let's be frank. Raisin Bran has never been that bold. Like, they've never been that bold.
If you're gonna say anything, Raisin Bran is boring.
Right.
Their whole thing for the longest time was 2 scoops of raisins and Raisin Bran. Like, look, we got more raisins.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Whoopee.
They've got it's funny though, because now that you sing that, like, they've got a echoic memory. Like, it's not that you don't know who they are, which they've done some good things in the past, but this is one of those ones where, like actors who get typecast because they play the same role all the time, and all of a sudden they got to do something completely left field so that they can get. That's what Raisin Bran did, because guaranteed people are not buying Raisin Bran as often as they used to. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and so strategically, and I didn't even think about this, strategically this is really strong for a couple of reasons. Their sales are probably off, and I'm going to say there's this whole thing in terms of probably the aging demographic. So here's the thing that's fun with that. We all, because we're old, we remember when we were young, the Raisin Bran ad. So Raisin Bran is not an unknown brand to us.
Correct.
We probably never buy it. And we never think of it that way. And now they've done this really interesting pivot where it's now an adult food group to adults who used to remember it and probably enjoyed it as a kid for different reasons.
Dude, absolutely. Like there's nostalgia built into it.
Strategically, really interesting, really strong move.
I want to pay attention now a little bit to how they do. Like, again, they're publicly traded, so we can find out more data on them.
If this campaign does not persist, this will be the reason why. When you do things like this, it's not unusual that there can be a dip, because you'll lose. Like, let's say right now they have a lot of young people consuming the brand. They will lose them before they pick the others up. And
Correct.
So sometimes if this becomes a campaign, they got to stick with it. They got to ride through to the other side. And sometimes there's not the persistence to ride through to the other side.
Actually, I love the way you thought through that, because absolutely the other thing that would suck for them is if they only did the one ad. Like, it actually hurt them in both ends, because they wouldn't have new clients, but they could be pissing off somebody else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so it could be a much bigger dip, because then they lose both sides of the equation.
When you're doing that type of pivot, you gotta persist.
That's right. You got to own it. I'm an adult child, and so the poop jokes to me. I mean, listen, I have a client in Ottawa, Ontario, that it's a plumber, and we just do poop jokes in space. They're called Out of This World Plumbing. You've seen them before. It's like I'm just a big child, but I thought there was something interesting that they did here, and the strategic stuff I didn't even go through. This was the emotional feels. Again, you're the brains, I'm the heart. Let's call that for what it is. Anything else? What can somebody steal from this and use?
Here's where these things can fall apart. Like, if you're going to do something crazy, you've got to go crazy. The mistake you can make is only go part way.
Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're going to do something like this, the mistake happens by going only a little bit.
Correct.
Like, you do have to run the risk of, I might piss people off, I might alienate this. It's like when you're doing a joke, or you're doing something unusual, or you're doing something outrageous, or you're doing something bold, you actually have got to go whole hog into it.
Absolutely.
When you the risk actually lies not going too far. The risk actually lies not going far enough.
Yes, because it could just be offensive versus comedic. It could be offensive versus absurd. And absurd, people can discount as, okay, that's absurd. Okay, I get the joke now. Yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Safe is risky. That's why I wear the shirt.
Well, we've seen that before.
We have seen
that before. So when you're doing it, lean into it. There's also certain halo effect and equity that they got. Now, I know it's Will Shat, and it's the Shat thing that makes it work, but it's also the fact that it's Shatner that makes it work, because we all know he's got a sense. Like, anybody who's a fan of his knows he's got a sense of humor.
Well, and anybody that's a fan of his is of an age, and so like you said, they're leaning into a very specific demographic. They're leaning into a whole bunch of things here. So no, I agree. Okay, well, listen, thank you for humoring my
I think it's great. I think it's great, and I hope they run with it as a campaign. There's lots they could do with this.
We'll keep our eye on it. If they run it as a campaign, maybe we'll come back and we'll look at some of those pivot points, or what they've done, or see what the growth is. Okay, well, thank you guys. Listen, if you want more poop jokes, just let us know in the comment, and I'll try and find some more of those. We will see you guys next time on Sticky Sales Stories.